Hello guys and welcome back to the 401 Files. My name is Ben and I create content here on the 401 Files with everything that you could possibly consider to be thought-provoking. So that could include the UK Wildman, Bigfoot, extraterrestrials and UFOs, and even the paranormal. So if you guys are interested in those type of topics, then please do consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up and drop down in the comments box below if there's anything that pops to your mind throughout this video. Maybe you've disagreed with something I've said, or maybe I've missed something. Drop down in the comments box below and you guys let me know. I am going to be doing more and more of these like reaction type videos for you because I know that a lot of you out there are enjoying these. So this one is some kind of fighter pilot audio that's been taken from Wikileaks, and this is like two fighter pilots going back and forth talking to each other about some strange object or UFO that they've seen tailgating them, basically following them around, copying their maneuvers. And it's just really weird but also fascinating and interesting to hear these two fighter pilots talking about something that they can't explain. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this. Grab yourself a coffee, kick back, relax and stick around to the end, because at the end I'll be giving you guys my thoughts and opinions and a bit of a breakdown of the footage.
I had a radar hit and it was swinging. It looked like 30 knots. There was something there. It looked like it didn't look like a bird. It looked like, no kidding, a rock to me. Kid you negative. I have no idea what it was, but basically just heads up, try to stay away from 17,000, keep your nugget on swivel. I have no idea what it was. I'm going to use my radar to see if I can pick this object up again. I picked it up twice. The first time I picked it up, my radar broke lock, so I thought it was just some kind of bad lock or potential chaff. And I'm going to turn back towards the north just a little bit.
Fuel pickup trail.
Back, I'm going to start coming back towards the west this morning. I think it was 004 for about 20. I've got it again. This is 17.7. 3 miles off my nose. It's 17.7. I'm flying that way now. I'm going to slow down. I'm not going to get below 300 knots, but back towards you. Dude, I can't tell. Some small, very small black object. I had it at 17.7. He just flew right, it just flew right over me.
The object appears stationary.
Well, I couldn't tell because it was, I think it's about 30.
You're 80 knots.
Yeah, my radar showed between 30 and 60, so I have no idea what it's actually doing. But it went from 17 the first time I saw it to 17.7, so it's not falling. I don't think it was a bird.
Better lock never thought of it.
Wow, this was absolutely amazing, guys. I love hearing things like this. This is exactly what keeps me interested in ufology. This is the kind of stuff that puts the hairs up on the back of my neck. Here we have two fighter pilots, the very best of the best. Nobody's above these guys other than astronauts. So they're very professional and very well trained in observing things in the sky. But we can hear the confusion in their voice. These two pilots are going back and forth, and credit to them, there's a lot of communication going on, a lot of detail being passed back and forth from each pilot, which helps me and makes my job easier because I get to pick out certain things they're saying to rule out what this thing isn't. And in part of the conversation, one of these pilots says that this thing is stationary, which right away indicates to me that it's not a commercial plane. It's not most fighter planes. There's the Harrier and a few others that can remain stationary, but then again, in this part of the conversation, he says that it's very, very small. Another great detail that this pilot made to his co-pilot was that this thing, the first time he saw it, was at 17 and it went up to 17.7, which I'm assuming is 17,000 feet up to 17.7 thousand feet, which indicated to this pilot that this thing wasn't falling and in fact it was actually climbing, which rules out again a host of other things that it's not. But what does this sound like this pilot is describing? If we look recently back to the Pentagon footage, when the Pentagon recently came out and said, yes, our Navy pilots have caught something on radar that we can't explain and we can only call this a UFO. When we look at that footage, it sounds, or it looks exactly like what this pilot is describing. Something's black, something that moves really fast, something that can rapidly climb or rapidly descend, and hovering in one place. In one particular part of the audio, one of the pilots actually says, it just flew right over me. So this was very, very close. It was moving around. It wasn't just falling from the sky. It wasn't just drifting up into the air like a balloon. It wasn't just staying stationary. It was doing all these things and everything in between. This pilot had a very, very close encounter and a really good look at what this thing was, and yet he still couldn't explain it. That to me is amazing, and again, like I always say in my videos, it's the true definition of what the word UFO means. Right guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to make that very clear that I appreciate the time you take out your days to come spend and watch my videos. I really do appreciate that. So massive thumbs up to each and every one of you for supporting the 401 Files. If you've liked what you've seen here today and you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Give this one a thumbs up and drop down in the comments box below, because I'm sure that a lot of you guys out there that are interested in the UFO phenomenon will have some things to say about this piece of footage, or maybe there's something similar you've seen elsewhere that you want me to review. Whatever it may be guys, keep in touch, stay safe wherever you are in the world, and until next time, I'll see you on the next one.